Languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4. 還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek! We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is skor, and that also means elephant. Okay. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux. Surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Man. Igen. Jo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bangba, okay, Bangbas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io. I buy a computer or what? And here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, what sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that appears it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, ça son chassé. Ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt. Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idioma, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más. Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos. Oh, I see. This is Diche Ishai Fui, which means do you want food? But yeah, are you hungry? That's also food. How are the boys? Cine da boy. Posso Milao. Pote. Buenese. Proteine. Udros. Protocolo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously. Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Monsieur. Livre. Liwe livre.
Box
Mustan kissan paksut posket.
Maciej.
Ja.
Ja. Sy. Vysoký. Matěj. Proč? Víte. Počkej. A. Sy.
Track 6.
Aspri petraxes aspri apton ilioxex asproteri. Aspri petraxes aspri apton ilioxex asproteri.
En coginio panas.
Oh boy.
Ferrad verda ferda vetri.
Hakab. Hefed. 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 Haq. Haq. Haq.
Саша по шоссе.
А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку. А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку.
Mwalimu.
Juma ni mwalimu mke.
Ирак чимав чипах чемп чавю ченчи чини. Чирак чимав чипа да, чирак чимав чипцах чемп чавю ченчи чини. Бакакит альшит. Хикрин. Бакакит альши хикрин. Oh, thanks to cat sons. Meow and the pictures of the fish. That's they were proud.
Sööpä. Pupu. Yrittävä. Puraista. Omena.
Are in the city center. And it's got some interesting aspects to it.
여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까?
Countries for living things.
兄の名前は
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So, anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Lo que pasa es que bueno, la manera, y esto se ve en tantos lugares, no es cuestión regional, sino más bien de un problema fundamental de la pedagogía oficial de los idiomas extranjeros, y que la manera en que se enseñan en tantos lugares, en las clases, en el colegio, no tiene nada que ver con el estado actual de la investigación sobre lo que se llama adquisición de idioma.
Doesn't, you can try something else.
In fact, I would say often you really know you're getting it with languages if you can't really explain why something's right, but you just bloody well know it's right. Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages And this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
E l'ospitale
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant. Okay. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux. Surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Come on. Igen. Jo. 5. Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator, writer, and editor with 20 working languages. And this is the stream where we're going to play some chess, and we are going to look at Farsi language learning resources, a couple of them, and just talk about languages and language learning in general. So let's get started. How's everybody doing, chat? And as we do that, also I'm raising funds for a current project of mine. The
crowdfunded translation project. Currently working on an article from the Chilean, the historical archive of the Chilean magazine Punto Final. You can read the translations I've done so far here. I am currently on 240. Oh, thank you. Hey, Ada. I'm currently on $240 out of my fundraising goal for this project of $450. And so anyone who wants to support the project can do that here. Okay. And the music we're listening to as we're playing is 21 Canciones Valiente by Rebecca Godoy. And if you like this album, you can find it on that link. And okay. Let's get started. Okay, I got the black pieces. And we got a D4 opening.
En Pacasán la brisa no está cantando y en la ciudad ya viene quebrando el son que dice así: revolución, revolución, revolución.
Okay. D4 is not my favorite opening to respond to. I'll just get out of it and get not ahead of that. And fianchetto my bishops. Okay, and next we're gonna get castle to safety. What's coming here? I mean, we've got this little annoying move, but if I do that, if white does that, then I guess I just go down knight. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. Fine. Amongst other things, I've got this. Hola, ¿cómo estáis?
Guatemala y Salvador, en Chile y en Costa Rica, en América Latina, revolución, revolución, revolución.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
Revolución, revolución, ya que en Chile mucha gente ya sabe la solución. ¿A qué fue? Revolución, revolución, revolución. Ejemplo vivo nos dan la victoria y la bandera en la legua y en lo hermoso.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Badger.
Revolución, revolución, ay, revolución, revolución.
Okay, well, my goal here is I can castle to safety and open up a discovery on this queen. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, okay, it's kind of a neat little thing. Now, if I can find a way to distract this bishop here, this annoying little white squared bishop, then I can pin the queen to the king. Oh well, that option is no longer available. Oh, that was actually silly. I hope white does not notice what just happened, because I just handed white a bit of a freeble. Could have had my rook for free there, but didn't. I'm not sure if that was neglect or generosity.
Señores, que ha pretendido engañarme y quiere que me desarme para adueñarse de mi país. Y quiere que me desarme para adueñarse de mi país.
So what is the most annoying thing one could do here? Interesting choice.
Vamos a conjugar el verbo, vamos a conjugar. Yo me desarmo, tú te desarmas,
Okay.
se desarma y todos nos desarmamos y a vivir.
So I'm X-raying this pawn that's in front of the king, which has certain advantages potentially. Not immediately, but in the sort of medium term.
El facho, señores, que ha pretendido engañarme y habla que yo me desarme para quedarse con mi país. Y habla que yo me desarme para quedarse con mi país. Vamos a conjugar el verbo, vamos a conjugar.
Okay, so my goal here is to block off this diagonal into white's light square bishop. White is setting up a thing that is actually kind of being sabotaged by this pawn here. And like that pawn is actually helping me out, because that's what's preventing this from being checked for now. But we can sort of close that diagonal to traffic. Oh, one interesting option here. See, because this pawn is targeting that, this bishop is targeting that pawn right in front of me. Ah, okay, well thought out. Good, yeah. Good choice there, I think.
Declaro mi amor, compañera, mujer de enero, de marzo y abril. Si las cadenas que aprietan tus manos, amor, con la esperanza puertas se pueden abrir. Y por si esto no fuera necesario, yo te propongo hacer una canción que hable de bombas, fusiles y metrallas hasta que triunfe nuestra revolución.
Okay, that was not good.
Declaro mi paz, compañera.
That was, in fact, like, actually bad because of this Queen move, which actually, annoyingly, I saw that coming.
Banderas, mujer, se alcen con fuerza, con gloria y valor. Y por si esto no fuera necesario, yo te propongo hacer.
Oh, bollocks. Okay, well, that went in quickly. Yeah. I literally, I saw that one coming too, and I just walked right into it. Which, I mean, it has to feel like, I mean, the US is feeling right now, the US government, like, literally, all Iran is doing is stuff that they said they were going to do. That, like, last year they said, you know, if you attack us again, here are the things we're going to do. And they've done all of those things, and the US has, like, surprised Pikachu. Like, how could we possibly have known they were going to do the shit that they said they were going to do? We say we're going to do shit all the time, and we never do it.
Hernández tuvo 6 chiquillos, porque Dios quiso ya no darle más. Los crió hasta que apenas llegaban a la edad del indio para trabajar. Sin muchos cuentos.
Okay, now I'm interested. Let's hear the methodology.
Les dijo un día se tendrán que ir a responder a la voz del pueblo que a todos los llama para combatir. La rosa tiene 60 abriles, el pelo blanco y peleando los hijos, pero aún me queda, dice aquí en las venas, sangre que yerme de los andinos. La rosa tiene 60 abriles, el pelo blanco y gris la mirada, pero aún me queda,
okay.
en las venas.
Not actually familiar with it is the first thing. So, tell me about it.
La Rosa Hernández nunca tuvo escuela, pero en el rostro del pueblo aprendió a deletrear en su hambre las penas, las duras cadenas de la explotación. Pero la Rosa sabe que muy pronto no habrá más luto ni más represión, que el pueblo entero se está organizando y se está acercando
And what do you do in this
la
method?
liberación. La rosa tiene 60 abriles, el pelo blanco y peleando los hijos, pero me queda, dice que en las venas, sangre que yerme de los andinos. La rosa tiene 60 abriles, el pelo blanco y gris la mirada, pero aún me queda, dice que en las venas, sangre que dar en las barricadas.
Interesting. Okay, let's just assess this position for a minute.
El combatiente que ya en la trinchera se ubica, a nadie le comunica el lugar en donde está. Bien, bien, eso está muy bien. Bien, bien, eso está muy bien. Pero si una indiscreción delante de algún testigo puede darle al enemigo la vital información. Mal, mal, eso está muy mal. Mal, mal, eso está muy mal. El combatiente que ya es clandestino en la lucha debe hacerse el que no escucha, menos ponerse a hablar. Bien, bien, eso está requete bien. Bien, bien, eso está muy bien.
There we are. I would rate my position fairly highly at this point.
Tampoco debe arriesgar la casa donde se duerme.
Sure, can you point me to anything where I can read about it? There we go. Nice. Oh, a rematch requested. We'll do it. Got the black pieces.
La seguridad de todos y guardar de todos modos el secreto militar. Bien, bien, eso está muy bien. Bien, bien, eso está muy bien. Bien, bien, eso está bien. Bien, bien, eso está muy bien. Bien, bien, bien. Bien, eso está muy bien.
Ça que j'ai voulu faire.
Bien, eso está muy bien.
Okay. Okay. What a fucking soul.
Alzo mi copa llenita por una hermana querida, valiente y muy aguerrida. Se agrandó esta chiquitita. Ella es la nicaragüita y es más purita que el agua. Se forjó en ardiente fragua, con temple y con decisión. Yo brindo con emoción por la libre Nicaragua. ¡Vamos, mijita! ¡Ay, póndele nomás, pues!
Okay, this is kind of making a mess of my position so far, but we'll see if we can fix that.
Ay, 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 yo te canto Nicaragua. Ay, 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 con orgullo y emoción. Ay, 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 con orgullo y emoción. Ay, 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 porque tu pueblo valiente. Ay, 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 hizo la revolución.
That was probably a good idea on Black's part, because otherwise...
Fuera yanquis malditos, ay, 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 fuera invasores. Salgan de Nicaragua, ay, 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 salgan traidores. Fuera yanquis malditos, ay, 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 fuera invasores. Salgan traidores, sí, ay, 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 imperialistas. Todos ayudaremos, ay, 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 que ya resista. No te sientas solita, ay, 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 Nicaragüita.
Okay.
¡Ríjale, Nicaragua!
So this is not going exactly well. But we can try.
Del crimen yo soy testigo en estos años malditos. Por eso es que alzo mi grito, pidiendo juicio y castigo. Es grande mi indignación cuando veo a tanta gente en posición indolente a lo largo en la nación, haciendo la transacción con la sangre del caído, olvidándose, yo digo, de verdugos y asesinos. Se desvían del camino del crimen, yo soy testigo. Frágil es la memoria de este pueblo pisoteado. Los miles de asesinados ya son parte de la historia. Son ellos timbre de gloria, brillando en el infinito. Mientras tanto el plebiscito los dejó desmemoriados. Se olvidaron lo pasado en estos años malditos.
Actually, that wasn't bad. I mean, I'm still not looking good, I should say, but I'm looking distinctly less bad than I did a second ago. Maybe there is a chance, yes. Que paguen por sus delitos, impunes están los malditos, se pasean por las calles. No quiero que el pueblo calle, por eso es que alzó mi grito. Ya todo lo hemos pasado, han hecho lo que han querido, y este mi pueblo sufrido hoy está desconcertado. Las cúpulas no han mostrado un verdadero camino. Por eso yo aquí les digo, para tener revolución, empecemos por la acción, pidiendo juicio y castigo. Empecemos por la acción, pidiendo juicio y castigo. Jesús, el Dios del amor, nació en humilde pesebre. Fue hijo de carpintero, para que usted lo recuerde.
Jesús vivió con los pobres y a ellos predicaba.
Yeah, this is not great. I screwed up a couple of things on this one. So we're gonna do a king run and try to confuse the situation.
A Cristo lo persiguió, a Cristo lo persiguió la tiranía romana. Sufrió injusticia y tortura y pasión tan inhumana.
Let's see if we can get a stalemate out of this
Por
anyway.
eso esos monseñores, por eso esos monseñores barrigones purpurados,
GG.
que viven en la opulencia a Jesús han traicionado. Pero el pueblo se da cuenta de estos obispos en cuestión. Se olvidaron del maestro, de su palabra y su acción. La vida se la han pasado cazando a la gente linda o bendiciendo espadines entre martinis con guindas. Ay, Señor, si tú los vieras. Ay, Señor, si tú los vieras cuando al pueblo a veces bajan. Apurados vienen siempre a tirarle unas migajas. Mucha pompa, mucho guato. Mucha pompa, mucho guato les gusta a estos monseñores.
Okay, this is really getting kind of active. Before, kings have been placed in safe positions.
Más de alguno de estos curas nos tratará de violentos. Ellos nos quieren tener rezando siempre en los templos. El servir al Evangelio, como lo hizo Jesús, es optar por los más pobres y saber llevar la cruz.
Okay. I'm up a piece, which is nice. I've got a very annoying bishop here on the dark squares.
Los curas de nuestro pueblo.
Actually, I mean, I could just trade down and improve my pawn structure into the bargain, potentially. Okay, got my pick of how to castle.
Con ellos hemos vivido atropello y represión. Jamás han abandonado a nadie en la población. Han sabido de amenazas, de injusticia, incomprensiones. Contentos llevan su cruz, los quieren sus poblaciones. Dice don Raúl Silva Enrique, a quien el pueblo se aferra, que este reino que esperamos se comienza aquí en la tierra. Pero hemos ido aprendiendo, a comprender la pasión, a comparar esa historia con la nuestra de opresión, que viene y viene, que viene y viene, ya no la podrán parar. Chile construiremos nueva iglesia popular.
Okay. And for anyone who's interested in the music here, this is Rebecca Godoy, 21 Canciones Valiente. And there's a link if you want to listen to this on your own at some point.
Para construir la patria.
No. Can't do that
No
just now.
necesito más que el sol. El sol me ha dado en cada parte de vos. Para construir la patria no necesito más que amor. Y amor me han dado tus manos revolución. La nueva casa haremos, la escuela y el hospital. No habrá un rincón de tu cuerpo sin sembrar. Para hablar de los caídos, solo tendré que mirar a la venancia y los niños jugando en el solar, jugando en el solar, para construir la patria.
Okay.
Solo tendré que ver.
These rooks are uncoordinated at the moment, and that is very helpful for me. But my bishops could be much better coordinated, and I think that's my next step here, actually. I think I've got to go and do some bishop coordinating.
Con el puño cerrado, el ojo abierto, el brazo armado y organizado el corazón para vencer.
I'm up on materials, so peace trades definitely do not hurt me at the moment.
Para vencer. Para construir la patria, solo tendré que aprender a discutir en mi barrio y en el comité.
I mean, I don't think that was a great move right there, but I'm willing to accept the pawn.
Con el puño cerrado, el ojo abierto, el brazo armado y organizado el corazón para vencer, para vencer, para vencer. De combatientes de pronto pasamos a terroristas y hasta el término marxista les parece un tanto trosco y se pusieron muy hoscos contra aquellos que pedían lo menos que merecían. No aceptar perdón ni olvido les molestó a sus oídos, que olvidáramos querían. Son 15 años de tratar que ellos entren en razón y se dio la condición de ir con todo a luchar.
Oh, I screwed this up.
A quien quieren engañar, que en futuras democracias terminarán.
Because I was just opening up the door to a back-rank mate. Bollocks. God, that was going so well until then. I think I know, like, when I do the analysis, what is going to show up as a blunder. But I may still recover, yeah. And I did recover, even after completely screwing that up. I'm glad I caught that. I almost lost to a background mate there, and me enojado un poquitito. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, and then we are going to have a little bio break. Okay, got the white pieces this time. Haven't had them much this time, though.
De obreros y campesinos, de estudiantes y artesanos más fuertes y más unidos. Somos millones de hermanos, pariendo la historia dura, martillo, fusil y canto, destruyendo dictaduras. Con Sandino, con Guevara, con Farabundo y Romero, con la voz de Víctor Jara, que es del continente entero. Como volcán encendido que su furia detendrá hasta que el pueblo oprimido pueda cantar a la paz. Ayer me dolía el canto de mi pueblo ensangrentado, hoy me duele por mi hermano El Salvador torturado. Pero sabrán los canallas que la lucha no termina. El triunfo de Nicaragua es de América Latina. Con Sandino, con Guevara, con Farabundo y Romero, con la voz de Víctor Jara, que es del continente entero. Como volcán encendido que su furia detendrá hasta que el pueblo oprimido pueda cantar a la paz. Somos millones de hermanos pariendo la historia dura. Martillo, fusil y canto, destruyendo dictaduras. Nuestro cielo sin fronteras, nuestro sol es colectivo. Guerra de mar a las fieras, brutal del imperialismo.
Oh, wow, not bad. Having a pretty good day on chess today. And with that, I am going to take a quick bio break.
Como volcán encendido que su furia detendrá hasta que el pueblo oprimido pueda cantar a la paz. El pueblo.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula gideyim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant. Okay.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, c'est ça, ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux. Surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Man. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Farsi. Barbaz, okay, Barbaz is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon. Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io. I buy a computer or what? Here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, but sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that because it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, sa son chassé, ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt. Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idioma, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más. Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos. Oh, I see. This is Diche Ishai Fui, which means, do you want food? But, yeah, are you hungry? That's also. How are the boys? Cocine tacos. Pozo Milao. Pote. Buenas, proteine. Protopolo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously. Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. And I'm back. Okay, now let's see if we can continue this streak for another 25 minutes.
Vivo la libertad para mis compañeros. Quiero que sepan que afuera tenemos la clara conciencia que tenemos que hacer mucho más para ganar su libertad. A todos mis compañeros que hoy se encuentran en prisión, les canto con la esperanza.
Got an Anglo-Scandi going on.
En un largo calabozo, la patria se ha transformado, y aunque no se ven las rejas, mi Chile está encarcelado. Por más rejas que les pongan, o altos muros de cemento, ellos no podrán jamás encarcelar pensamientos. Los viejos muros que hoy les privan libertad servirán de paredones al que mandó encarcelar.
Okay, so 3 central pawns connected. That has some advantages. And a semi-open file as well. Let's not let that happen.
Y tendrán que devolverles cada rayito de sol, cada beso que no dieron, cada primavera en flor.
It is impressively windy outside.
Contra la tiranía,
Quite pretty other than that.
es tarea de nosotros
Okay, so what have we got here?
acabar con su agonía. Es por un justo derecho que ellos están en prisión, que es un derecho del hombre de alzarse en la rebelión, que es un derecho del hombre de alzarse en la rebelión. Todos esos viejos muros que hoy les privan libertad servirán de paredones, ay, al que mandó encarcelar, servirán de paredones al que mandó encarcelar. Libertad para Basili Carrillo, para Lugo Marchán, Sergio Buchmann, Víctor Hugo Reyes, Víctor Hugo Yáñez, Andrés Galanakis,
cuánto
pequeña.
tuvo.
¡Libre! ¡Libre!
Okay. I've got a free rook if black doesn't notice. Black noticed.
No me pregunten quién soy, ni si me habían conocido. Los sueños que había querido crecerán, aunque no estoy. Ya no
Okay.
vivo,
Not
pero
bad.
hoy, en lo que
Having a
estaba
pretty good day of
soñando,
chess today, actually.
y otros que siguen
Here we go.
peleando
Castle tilt.
harán nacer otras rosas. En el nombre de esas cosas todos me estarán nombrando. No me recuerden la cara que fue mi cara de guerra mientras hubiera en la tierra necesidad de que odiara en el cielo que ya clara sabrán cómo era mi frente. Me vio reír poca gente, pero mi risa ignoraban. La hallarán en la alborada del día que se
And for anyone who's interested in this music, and wondering what we're listening to here, this is Rebecca Goy, 21 Canciones Valiente. And here's the link for that. Okay, what was that? Just, what, C4? Okay. An explosive move.
Tengo los años de todos. Yo aprendí entre muchos modos ser más viejo que mi edad y mis años de verdad son los tiros que he tirado. Nazco en cada fusilado y aunque el cuerpo se me muera, tendré la edad verdadera del niño que he liberado.
Okay, does white want to trade? White does not want to trade queens.
Porque no la encontrarán. Mis manos son las que van en otras manos tirando. Mi voz, la que está gritando. Mi sueño, el que sigue entero. Y sepan que solo muero si ustedes van aflojando.
Okay. Let's introduce a little difficulty into the pawn structure of white there, and kingside pawns by putting this weakness there. At least it's a potential weakness, I should say.
Hoy calla la poesía por don Roberto Parada. Se marchó de madrugada a recitar a otra vida. Este gigante en la escena con ejemplo de hombre y artista, orgulloso comunista, marchó por caminos rectos. El pueblo muestra su afecto al actor que se entregaba, y a Neruda le cantaba todo su caudal inmenso. Pido un minuto en silencio por don Roberto Parada. De a poco la pena cruel lo fue matando, matando. Muy lento fue cabalgando en blanco y fino corcel por ver a José Manuel como en un cuento de hadas, en una nube dorada. Hoy conversan de lo humano por estar con su
Avoiding a check that would have won a queen.
se marchó de madrugada. Toda su vida entregada para el arte y la cultura, con gallardía y bravura el respeto se ganaba. Su voz todo lo arrasaba. La patria está conmovida, llorando por su partida. Se ha marchado un gran maestro, un gran compañero nuestro, a recitar a otra vida. Ha de saber don Roberto que nunca descansaremos, por justicia lucharemos para todos nuestros muertos. Todo lo que hoy es incierto será verdad en un futuro, y romperemos los muros de esta patria
Okay, what's going on here? What's White want to do?
Tendrá que ser liberada.
Okay, if here, then I just take this rook. If here, I just take the pawn.
José Carrasco cumplía su labor de periodista, y Análisis, su revista, conoció su valentía. Un comunicado dio la noticia completa. Empezaba la vendetta y en Conchalí fue encontrado, periodista acribillado, con odio y a sangre fría. Empieza la tiranía a matar los dirigentes. Con su deber muy valiente, José Carrasco cumplía.
Okay, so I've got this nice pass pawn here
Las balas lo
that
acribillaron.
White is going to have to worry a little bit about.
Recto y cabal, no lo pudieron callar y jamás lo silenciaron. Por eso lo asesinaron. Otro nombre a larga lista que han matado los fascistas. Como única arma él usó su pluma y así cumplió su labor de periodista.
Okay, and while this looks like that's opening up a discovery on that rook, actually, Queen can't take it, because then it's just giving up the exchange.
Tener al pueblo informado, la verdad les han contado, para para que el pueblo resista y hasta el ciego abra su vista. Ocultó su condición, fue voz de la oposición y análisis su revista. Los que a costa de su vida han buscado la verdad, tengan la seguridad
Ja, also in gewissen Sinne schon, denn wenn ich mit dem hier fertig bin, wie das schon ausgehen mag, dann schalten wir auf Videogucken um.
Y el pueblo gran sabedor conoció su valentía.
Okay. So far, so good.
De pie, compañeros. Cuando vuelvas de nuevo tu iglesia a rescatar, trae tu carabina, la vas a necesitar. Cristo Jesús bendito, por amor mi redentor, porque los fariseos te volverían a matar, Señor. Porque los fariseos te volverían a matar, Señor. Vierte su hipocresía el pastor al predicar. Dice que a ti te sigue y que te quiere imitar.
Okay, I'm hoping that night takes night here, because then I win a piece.
Por favor, porque los fariseos te volverían a matar, Señor. Porque los fariseos te volverían a matar, Señor. Te volverían a matar, Señor. Te volverían a matar, Señor. Te volverían a matar, Señor.
And a knight on D4 in this case. Ah. Is a nice thing to have. Was a nice thing to have.
Te honran solo de labios para confundirme a mí. Por predicar justicia, el deber y el amor. Los nuevos fariseos te volverían a matar, Señor. Los nuevos fariseos te volverían a matar, Señor. 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 Cuando yo me moría, a ninguno le importó.
Let's see, what's going on
Cuando
here?
tomé las armas, comunista me llamó. Amañan tu doctrina, protegiendo al dictador. Si tú los reprendieras, te volverían a matar, Señor. Si tú los reprendieras, te volverían a matar, Señor. Ahora, te volverían a matar, Señor. 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 Tú conoces mi pueblo porque tú naciste allí. En Monseñor Romero, tú volviste a morir. Regresa bien armado, con poder y con valor. Porque los fariseos te volverían a matar, señor. 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 Basta ya de confusiones. Juntos vamos a ganar. No nos van a separar. Ya aprendimos las lecciones. La jerarquía eclesial armó un tremendo alboroto. Sancionaron a Maroto, pues lo encuentran terrenal. Dijeron que actuaba mal por hacer declaraciones de las organizaciones que resisten al tirano. Mas si el pueblo es soberano, basta ya de confusiones.
This pawn is now pinned.
Voz del pueblo es voz de Dios. En el latín lo aprendí. Más tarde lo comprendí. Y es bueno sacar la voz con represión tan feroz. Ya hubo tiempo de callar, mas hay que clarificar que todos abran la vista, que cristianos y marxistas juntos vamos a ganar. A la justa jerarquía se le arruga la nariz y sacarán un mentis que agrade a la tiranía, de paso a la burguesía, que ahí empezará a rezar después de tanto abusar. El pueblo se fue juntando
tabarnak.
y hoy estamos
Cuano.
caminando.
Okay,
No nos podrán
so
separar.
that wasn't great.
Nos ponían frente a
That's,
frente,
let's see.
igual que perros y gatos, pero siempre los maltratos caían en la misma gente. Donde el abuso es frecuente, ya ateos o con religiones, sufrían las privaciones los cristianos y los marxistas. Óigannos bien los fascistas, ya aprendimos las lecciones. Cuando empezaron las muertes y las desapariciones, fueron terribles lecciones que nos remecieron fuerte y vimos que nuestra suerte era la misma en la vida. Toda era gente sufrida que vivía en un infierno. Por eso es que
there we go.
ningún
That's
fresno hará que se nos divida. Vengo a cantar al obrero, más contenta que un choroy. Traigo el canto popular, soy la Rebeca Godoy. Aquí vengo a saludar.
I'm hoping to try to figure out some way to get this queen pinned to this king.
Yo soy obrera del canto y mi oficio es ser cantor.
king safety probably would not be a bad idea there. Actually, that's how I do this.
La clase trabajadora no tiene que estar dispersa. Logrará liberación si se forma una gran fuerza. Yo creo en la clase obrera. Y yo creo en la clase obrera y en su destino mejor. En la dignidad del hombre, como dijo Salvador.
Hey, Brian. Chilean. This is Rebecca Godoy. An album called 21 Canciones Valiente.
De triunfos y de derrotas la historia se va escribiendo.
Ah, well, what's my...
La conciencia de los pueblos de a poquito va creciendo.
Chucha.
Ay, dejémonos de conversas. Vámonos derecho al grano. Con puras declaraciones no se vota a los tiranos.
Okay, so this didn't end up going quite as well as I was hoping.
La bandera que yo tengo, la bandera que yo tengo lleva todos los colores. La fui bordando estos
Welcome,
años
benvenuto.
junto a los trabajadores. Y con esta me despido. Y con esta me despido, cogollo de
Oh, cool. How'd it go?
El futuro que esperamos será del trabajador.
Wait, okay, Entgegner Lucas here had Mac Maiden 1. I mean, yeah, not that I'm suddenly so much better off, but this could have been won just a second ago. Just Queen G7 and it's over. Let's see. Okay, interesting choice. Not sure what the idea here is. Just to take all my pawns, I guess? Or does Entgegner Lucas not sure how to finish this? Because at this point, I could potentially flag him. That is the wild thing about this situation. But that didn't happen. Okay. Time to change gears. For the last little while here. And as I said, we're going to look at some Farsi resources and stuff. Farsi is an interesting language, and I have a couple of things to look at here. So we're going to start out by just doing that. But first I got to get the chat widget so that I can see it with the video on full screen. Hyper chat widget. Okay. So just gonna check this out, and this is a channel called Persian Pod 101. Never actually looked at it before, it was just something that came up, so we'll see what it's like. Okay, Persian listening comprehension for beginners. Often, in terms of finding like resources, input to work with, it is hardest for the beginners. So finding good stuff for beginners is often a challenge.
Expand your vocabulary with.
So here we go. This is listening comprehension for beginners. Let's see what this is all about. I'm gonna drop the link in chat for anyone who wants to check it out. Let me just move this chat window so that it's not in my way.
Our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis.
Okay.
Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Persian ebook before it's gone.
It's an ebook. Why would it be gone? I mean, there's no limit to the number of ebooks there can be. But okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Gabriella. How are your Persian listening skills? In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz.
Oh.
First, you'll see an image.
Okay, so this isn't really okay. So the first thing is this does not seem to be terribly input based. Let's have a look a bit
And hear
further.
a question. Next comes a short dialogue.
So this is just
Listen
a quiz?
carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Okay, well, let's see.
مردی دنبال یک هدیه تولد برای همسرش در یک جواهر فروشی است. مرد می‌خواهد کدام گردنبند را بخرد؟ می‌توانم کمکتان کنم؟
This is beginner listening? Okay.
می‌خواهد کدام گردنبند را بخرد؟ دنبال یک هدیه تولد برای مردی دنبال یک هدیه تولد برای همسرش در یک جواهر فروشی است.
And with no like text either. Wow, okay.
مرد می‌خواهد کدام گردنبند را بخرد؟ می‌توانم کمکتان کنم؟
من به دنبال یک هدیه
I mean, I'm not an absolute beginner and I'm finding that challenging. Oh, and not really, I'm surprised. This is, I mean, wouldn't call that listening comprehension. That's like a listening comprehension quiz. Not the same thing. Okay, but let's see what else we got. Okay, it's like all quizzes. Okay, so that's, I mean, not really what I would recommend for the actual learning process, I will say. Let's see what else we've got. I mean, I wouldn't even, I mean, perhaps, but I mean, I would have labeled that very differently, because that is not so much like something to work on your listening comprehension as like a quiz to test it, which is very much not the same thing. Okay, let's see. Here's another one. This is Learn Persian with Chai in Conversation. Another one, I feel like I've heard of this one. I haven't actually watched it. Let's see what it's like. Here's the link in chat. Wrong window. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, thanking a shop
Lesson
owner.
70. Thanking a shop owner.
Okay, I mean, neat production values.
Salam به همگی. Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 70 درس 70 of Learn Persian with Giant Conversation.
Okay, first, I like that there are titles there.
This is the last lesson of this unit in which we have been going through intermediate dialogues, and as always I'm going to say salam to my colleague Vijay here who's joining us. Salam Vijay.
سلام به روی ماهت لیلا چطورید؟
خیلی ممنون. By now Vijay has become an expert at tarufing.
Taruf is a whole thing in Farsi culture, in Persian culture. It is essentially a whole sort of elaborate sort of collection of polite phrases that you have that initiate a conversation. Brian, I mean, Japan is not all that different in this regard. It works differently, but, you know, it's different phrases, obviously. It's a different language. But very similar sort of thing, where you have very much sort of lots of complicated pleasantries and offerings of things and refusing of things 3 times and that sort of thing.
And quite appropriately for the end of this unit, we have a dialogue that's all about saying Khuda Hafiz, as we say Khuda Hafiz to this unit. So Vijay, can you tell us a bit about this dialogue and the background of it?
Absolutely. So just like the last dialogue, like you said,
Okay, it's making me thirsty for tea.
Somebody saying goodbye to someone else, but in this case, it's specifically in a shop. In this particular case, specifically a jewelry shop. So a customer at the shop is getting some earrings fixed, and she's making arrangements to come back and pick the earrings back up. But she's also taking leave of him, and they're exchanging more taruf, as always.
Yes, so really, taruf is...
Okay, so interesting. We're gonna skip ahead and check out this this dialogue.
Let's listen to it together.
از بابت راهنماییتون ممنونم. پس من گوشی‌ها رو میارم تا بهشون یه نگاهی بندازید.
من که کاری نکردم. حالا گوشی‌ها رو بیارید، امیدوارم بتونم کمک کنم.
Okay, quite fast. Like, I just picked this because it was like the first one that showed up. But first of all, I appreciate the titles here. I mean, I would like it also with the Farsi alphabet, so it helps people get used to it. But من فردا
میارمشون.
فقط من فردا عصر مغازه نیستم.
پس من فردا صبح میام. بازم ممنون. خدا نگهدار.
Okay, so let's go ahead and listen from the top.
از بابت راهنماییتون ممنونم. پس من گوشی‌ها رو میارم تا بهشون یه نگاهی
Hey Riveroon, how you doing?
بندازید.
Okay, so a lot of interesting phrases here. So she goes, از بابت راهنماییتون ممنونم.
Okay, so this is very okay. Yetun instead of yetan is like, if I remember correctly, is very much sort of Tehran dialect where they turn a lot of ahs into oos.
So,
as babate. Okay.
As babate. So,
babate.
This is a phrase that means on the account of. So,
okay.
So on the occasion of, as babate.
As babate.
So on the occasion of the occasion of, راهنماییتون. So your instructions, or you're helping me to find a way.
راهنما. Okay. So this is interesting. I'm liking their approach. I'm digging this. Not bad, not bad.
So راهنمایی is...
We're looking at some Farsi resources. This is a channel called Learn Persian with Giant Conversation.
to make a path clear, literally. راهنمایی.
راهنمایی.
But it's the way someone helps or gives you guidance, so they light the way for you. راهنماییتون.
راهنماییتون.
So your guidance, basically. So as بابت راهنماییتون, on the occasion of your guidance.
Okay.
On the account.
See, this is an example of this sort of thing. This is called tarof, and it is. Oh, that's a hell of a freeze frame I just gave her there. It is these very complicated pleasantries, which, in this regard, Farsi and Japanese are very similar.
Of your guidance, as بابت راهنماییتون.
از بابت راهنماییتون.
ممنونم. I am thankful. So because of your guidance.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better.
Due to your guidance, I am thankful. I'm thankful.
Mamnoon is a word that you also see. Yeah, exactly. It is very much shakojire. And we'll say, yes, exactly, Brian. It is that exact sort of thing. おかげさまでご丁寧に、これから今後もよろしくお願いいたしますとか。Yeah, that exact sort of thing. I'm not sure about that. I've never actually seen this channel before. It was just something that came up. I'm doing sort of what I was calling a couple of weeks ago a resource audit.
Your guide. Mamnunam.
Mamnunam.
And that is a word you find in Turkish as well. Mamnun. It is actually, it comes from Arabic. So like in Turkish you find it means like happy. And for nice to me you say memnun oldu, which literally I was happy. Is caused to become happy.
پس من گوشی‌ها رو میارم تا بهشون یه نگاهی بندازید. So this is really interesting. Past means then.
This is one of the things, if you know any Hindi or Urdu, is you will find lots of things that are familiar. And pas, for then, is one of them. Like in Hindi, it's pronounced differently, but it's the same word. Pas.
Pass.
Pass.
Man. I.
Yeah, I mean that is like literally the same word again as in Urdu or in Hindi as well.
Dad.
Yeah, and then gushi-haro. So gushi is
gushi-haro. Gushi-ha. So mobiles or headphone. What? Also headphones? The same thing means both.
Headphones. Gushi. Gush is the word for ear. Gushi is earpieces, so headphones. Gushi.
Oh.
Gushi.
And then she said gushi haru, so.
Plural, yeah.
She's making it plural.
Yeah, I mean, this is very much sort of colloquial Tehran dialect, is my understanding, because like the formal way of saying this is not ro, it's ra. Ra.
And saying these particular by adding that ro.
I don't know much Farsi, but I know little bits of things.
Object marker. Gushiharo.
Gushiharo.
Miaram. I will bring.
And I like one of the other things I really appreciate about the way they're doing this is you get the transliteration, you get the English, like a literal English gloss, and you get the Farsi alphabet with diacritics, with harakat.
Miaram.
So you can see where the vowels are.
Miaram.
Miaram.
And then ta means so that. Ta.
Ta.
Beheshun, to them. Beheshun.
Beheshun.
And that again is another example. Is beheshan is the formal way.
Ye negahi bendazid. Okay, so this is interesting.
Negahi bendazid.
Negah means a look, and dochtan means to throw. So you can throw a look.
Cast a glance.
So beheshun ye negahi bendazid.
Like, one of the challenging things with Farsi, I will say, as someone who has learned some but not a huge amount, is practically all the verbs are stem changers. They all change the stem. Let me see, where was it? Andachten. That docht. The an is the infinitive ending. But the docht is the root, the stem, and that changes to dolls.
Is not something I ever say. I always say, ye negahi bokonid, to do a look. But then negahi bendazid, throw a look. So it's a different way of saying it. So you can give a look, basically. So you can say take a look, give a look. In this case, it's the same. She's saying throw a look. So throw a look their way. Ta beheshun.
Ta beheshun.
Ye negahi bendazid.
Ye negahi bendazid.
So you can have a look at them.
I mean, it's kind of interesting the way they're doing this. Because to sort of have a learner, it's meta learning because you're watching him learn also. So she's explaining.
So tomorrow I'll bring my earphones.
And I think, see, one of the things we kind of come back to occasionally is I talk about priming, about the utility of sort of looking at stuff that helps you learn some words and things like that and recognize some expressions in order to help digest input. And this is definitely, I would say, quite good for that.
Bring them so that you can take a look at them. So some interaction is taking place before this where maybe she's asked for some help and then he said, sure, I'll help you out. So let's see what he says next.
من که کاری نکردم. حالا گوشی‌ها رو بیارید. امیدوارم بتونم کمکی کنم.
Okay, so he goes, من که کاری نکردم.
Oh, wow. This is very similar. So, kar, literally this is like, I did not do any work. Me koi kar nehiki. Nehikia.
I haven't done anything. Man,
Koi baat nahi.
Bad.
I ke
kari,
which ke means that, kari is a thing.
I who didn't do anything.
Nakardam, haven't done.
I didn't do shit.
Nakardam.
So kari nakardam, I haven't done anything. So we had this in the last lesson too, where kar literally means work, but here it means I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything, and the ke emphasizes that. So he could say man kari nakardam, I haven't done anything, but he says man ke kari nakardam, I haven't done a thing. I've done nothing. Man ke kari nakardam.
And I mean, one of the things, this is an example, one of many, of where you see the sort of Indo-European connections, because the word for like that, the word that sort of indicates, what technically linguists would call it a complementizer. They, like, I who didn't do anything here. That que is the same que as que in Spanish. It's the same que as in Italian, as in Portuguese, as in French. Que.
من که کاری نکردم.
Great. And then he says, حالا گوشی‌ها رو بیارید. So حالا means now. حالا.
Also in Turkish.
حالا.
گوشی‌ها رو. Same way that she said it before. Gushi is earpieces. Ha, so it's a plural of one gushi. So there's two of them. Gushi‌ها رو. Those particular.
Okay. Betunam. And yeah, again, this is colloquial. Betevanam would be like the sort of formal way. Okay, so that's interesting. Thanking a shop owner. Let's see, let's have other examples here. Okay. Getting attention.
Learn Persian with Chai and Conversation, lesson 62.
Okay, yeah, lesson 62. So this has gone pretty far into it. But this looks like an interesting channel for learning the language. I appreciate the format here.
Salam be hamegi. Welcome to lesson 62 of Chai and Conversation Speak program. Salam PJ, how are you doing?
خیلی خوبم مرسی.
I'm very well, thank you.
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, you find French in random places in Farsi, and one of them is for thank you.
You, Tori.
Wonderful. We are back with another conversation from Persian Conversations. It's in the same series. Last time we heard how to greet someone on the street, and this time we're going to be listening to another very short and sweet conversation from the same two people, I believe. Is that right?
No, actually, I think this time it's different people. It's like a boy and like a woman. So there's a bigger age difference this time.
Okay, then let's get right into the lesson. Okay, wonderful. And as you saw last time, these are very short and sweet conversations. So we're going to listen to the full thing in the beginning.
Okay.
Then we'll go over it line by line.
Interesting.
And figure out what the words and phrases are in that conversation.
Wait, has she got, like, Word Perfect on her bookshelf? A manual for the... That was so much better than MS Word. I too hold high the memory of Word Perfect. We should have Microsoft did not deserve this dominance of the word processing market. I miss you too, Word Perfect.
And how we can use them in our own conversations daily. So without further ado, ready to listen to this conversation, PJ?
I'm ready.
Perfect.
Ay Khanu.
Okay, this is nice. Here we have it written in the Farsi. So we have, and then we have the transliteration. Zan ba man hastin.
با من هستین؟
بله. این کیف پول شما نیست که روی زمین افتاده؟
آره اصلا متوجه نشدم کی افتاد. ممنون.
Okay, I think it's the same people, VJ.
I wonder if they're doing new versions. Fuck, I would switch over to Word Perfect in a second if they had like if they kept on updating it and creating new versions, because they like that there was that reveal codes option for formatting that is so much better. Like the version that I remember from the late 1990s with that reveal codes is better still in terms of the user interface than the closest thing that MS Word has.
Really?
Fuck Bill
because,
Gates.
Because he says a khodl, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into why that is. So let's listen to it from
or
the very
I
beginning.
khodl is what he says. Yeah.
So let's listen to that first line.
Ay Khanu.
So he goes, Ay Khanum.
I khodl.
Oh, miss.
And we heard in the last lesson that he yelled out to the woman, "Ahoy!" Remember?
Ahoy!
Yes. And that is only for when you know someone.
That's oi.
Well, like you wouldn't really get an
Oi,
attention of
miss.
someone like that if you don't know them well. So in this case, he says, "Oi, Khanum."
Like lots of cultural notes and stuff. I mean, this is quite good and just engaging. They're very engaging presenters.
Oi, Khanum.
Khanum means ma'am. So, excuse me, ma'am. Oi, Khanum.
Oi, Khanum.
Okay, but despite the fact that he's saying Oi, Khanum, I do think this is an adult.
Right,
Based on the sounds, it sounds like the same people, but it does sound like he's just saying, "Excuse me, ma'am." Which, just like in English, we would still say that even if we're not a kid, if it's some woman that we don't know. So these are two other people. Obviously, it's not his friend that he's like taking around in his car.
Okay.
Man hastin. Okay, so.
Yeah, okay, I'm very curious about Hastin, actually. I've never seen Hastin. Hastid, Hastam, Hastim, but...
Ba means with.
Yeah.
Ba.
Ba.
man means me, man.
Man.
Hastin,
Hastin.
and that means you are.
But not.
So you are with me. So you.
Okay, now that's confusing because I was sure it was Hastid. I've never heard of Hastin with a nun.
You're talking to me. That's the phrase for you're talking to me. Are you with me?
Well, I'm the only one here.
Is this directed towards me? And this is interesting because she uses the formal ending, except for it's the formal conversational ending. So, as we've said many times before in China conversation, there's the written version of this would be Hastid.
Oh, okay. See, very. I appreciate the explanations. Gonna skip ahead and just look some more of this.
Salam Behamigi, welcome to lesson 62 of China Conversations.
Okay.
The conversation from Persian Conversation.
Wait, how did we end up?
2 people, I believe. Is that right?
No, actually, I think this time it's
I seem to have skipped backwards.
You are with me, so you though she would say Boman Hasti.
Boman Hasti.
And that would show that it's a woman talking to a little boy. Oh, little boy. The money, the purse of money of you. So the money purse of you. And you can add a million adjectives this way too. You could say
yeah, in fact, I mean the word that is used for this in Farsi is ezafe, which is from the Arabic idafa. And idafa just means additional.
Kife pule siyahe shoma. So that would mean the black money purse. Is this the black money purse of you? You could just keep adding Kife pule siyahe bozorge shoma nist. And this just shows that would be saying the black big money purse. So you could just keep adding, describing words with the sound. So just keep that in mind. So kife pule shoma.
See, one thing I find very useful when getting started in a language is exactly this sort of thing. Like, how do you kind of connect up words? How do you connect up phrases? Because you can really kind of launch into both understanding and beginning to speak more complex things if you understand, if you know, like, things like complementizers, which is like that, whether, if, stuff like that. Or if you know how you link up words in order to say that this word modifies that word in some way. And the more of those you pick up quickly, the more you can kind of really start to understand structures very quickly as well.
Means the money purse of you. So kife pule shoma.
Kife pule shoma.
And then nist.
Kife pule shoma.
Nist.
And nist means is not. So in kife pule shoma nist.
In kife pule shoma nist.
So is this not your money purse? And then he goes, Ke ruye zamin uftade.
Yeah, I mean, zamin is another one. You see, that is also in Hindi zamin. Zamin par.
Ke means that.
Ke.
Ruye zamin means on the ground. So ruye zamin.
Ruye zamin.
And zamin is the word for earth or ground. And ruye, so on top of the earth. Ru is the word for on. So on top of the earth. Ruye zamin.
Ruye zamin.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
نشدم کی افتاد. ممنون.
Well, that's very sweet. So first she goes, oh.
Oh.
So that is Farsi for oh.
And that's just like the English. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I'm liking this vibe. Okay, cool channel. I would say definitely one worth checking out if you're interested in learning some Farsi. In fact, I'm subscribing to it myself here. And let me see, drop that link in chat just in case anyone missed it. We're going to see what else we find. So we continue our resource audit. تعلم Farsi. Farsi for Arabic speakers, apparently. Learn Persian with movies. Okay. Let's see what this is all about. And here's the link in chat for anyone interested in checking it out. And what do we got?
سلام دوستان، مجید هستم، معلم زبان فارسی. This is Majid and you are learning Persian with Majid. Today we start another section in my website and on my YouTube channel, which is Learning Persian with Films. Films like songs are very useful media to like all beats of
Okay. Okay, first thing I like here immediately is we have the transliteration and the Farsi writing here. So be daqiqa daqiqa inja vamisti man alan barmigardam.
یه دقیقه اینجا وای میسی، من الان برمیگردم. یه دقیقه وایسا.
ببین چیزه.
سلام.
میشه اینجا کار میکنه؟
Do you always work here, I think?
فریده حالت خوبه؟
تمومش کرد.
چیو؟
Okay, let's see what he does with this. I mean, I like these subtitles. Those are definitely very handy. Okay, here we go. Let's see. When we get into explication.
چی داری میگی؟ حالت خوبه؟
We are back. Let's learn the new phrases and vocabulary in the clip. یه دقیقه اینجا وامیستی. دقیقه or دقیقه, actually the correct and complete word is دقیقه. But because it's difficult to pronounce دقیقه, we make it shorter like دقیقه or دقیقه. Like یه دقیقه وایسا or یه دقیقه وایسا. So یه دقیقه or یه دقیقه وایسا means just a moment or wait just for a moment. Wait just a minute.
Okay.
یه دقیقه اینجا وامیستی. Vamisli comes from the verb vaistadan.
Okay. And istadan, I mean, if you are looking at this sort of etymologically, you will notice it sounds a lot like estado, stato, stare. And that is not a mistake. The reason it looks a lot like words that have to do with being and standing and stuff is that it is etymologically related to them. It is one of the many things, many sort of Indo-European things. It's always interesting when you find these sorts of connections. At least for me it is. When looking at languages.
Correct infinitive is istadan, but we don't say that in spoken Persian. We say vaistadan. And vamisti means actually do you stand here for a moment, and together یه دقیقه اینجا وامیستی or یه دقیقه
من الان برمیگردم.
Wait just for a moment. من الان برمیگردم. الان means now, means straight away, means immediately. Look at this example. الان میام means I will be back right away. الان میام. الان میام. Then we have.
I mean, one of the big challenges that's already kind of, I think I mentioned it with Farsi, is that much like Finnish, it's a big difference actually between the written language and the spoken language. Like the spoken language, you would say the written language for miam, it would be miayam. But they shorten things, like everybody kind of does. It's what's the linguists call the law of minimum effort.
برمیگردم. من الان برمیگردم. It comes from the verb برگشتن, which means come back. The example is فردا صبح برمیگردم. I will be back, or I will come back tomorrow morning. ببین. ببین means look. Cheese it doesn't really mean here, but it means something. Say,
Cheese
look,
it, a thing that...
Thing. He wanted to say something, and she just went away.
یه دقیقه اینجا وای میسی، من الان برمیگردم. یه دقیقه وایسا.
ببین چیزه.
سلام.
تو همیشه اینجا کار میکنی؟
چرا رنگت پریده؟ حالت خوبه؟
رنگت? Okay. There's something about your color, apparently. Rang is color, I know that. That's another one that you see, that's Farsi, and Hindi and Urdu.
سلام. تو همیشه اینجا کار میکنی؟ The man says. تو همیشه اینجا کار میکنی؟ همیشه means always.
And which in Hindi and Urdu is hamesha.
همیشه غر میزنی. You keep nagging, or you always nag. غر زدن is nagging, or is to nag, and همیشه means always. You keep nagging. کار کردن, کار میکنی means you work. کار کردن means work. کار کردن. کار means job or work.
Yeah, kar karna, kaam karna, kar karna, in Hindi and Urdu.
Which comes with this verb, کردن. Together means to work. For example, کجا کار میکنی? Where do you work? Where do you work? کجا کار میکنی؟ تو همیشه اینجا کار میکنی؟ Do you always work here? چرا رنگت پریده؟ چرا means why? رنگت پریده means you look pale.
حالت خوبه. Are you okay? Okay, and just noticing the time. Yes, it is indeed. So it is time to wrap up for today, and I will be back at 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time tomorrow. In the meantime, check out the latest translations in the Punto Final project. Yes, in my hair. Indeed. And thank you for joining in. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope it was interesting, and that you learned something new and enjoyed it and whatever you come here for. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Now I'm going to go eat things because I'm really quite hungry.